So I kind of have a mantra. I call the weight room the monster maker. You know, we're in here building what I like to consider monsters. I mean, we want to be the biggest and the best, the baddest kids on the court, the field, the diamond, whatever it is.
Well, when you're speaking the same language, when all of us are speaking the same language, we're driven to accomplish what all we want to accomplish. You know, it's a lot easier when you got a dude that's in there pushing, you know, give you chances for head coaches to get some things done they might not have time to do, and you have that energy and that culture in that weight room that's going to drive the girls and the boys that are with him. It's not, oh, this is the way football does it. This is the way Denham Springs athletics does it.
When I went to school at Denham, and I'm an alum, and when I was here, we did a thing called a senior project, and my senior project was over becoming a weightlifting coach. When I got here in 2017, I started kind of writing that plan. How are we gonna get this done? And it's important because, you know, here at Denham, that's what we do. We get them ready to play. You know, if you can make it through our strength and conditioning program, whether it's here in the weight room in the strength part or the conditioning part out on the field, you're ready to play 5A football at a very, very high level. We're not gonna put any kid out there that doesn't go through our program the whole summer and meet their allotted days. We're not real big into, hey, let's run a conditioning test at the end of the summer. You know, a lot of people do that, and me personally, I think it's the old school way of thinking. Our kind of test is, if you can make it through our workouts and you can make it here all summer in your allotted days, well, then you're ready to play football. So it's important because, you know, injury prevention wise, you know, last year was a big step for us in preventing injuries. We had 3 season-ending injuries out of 183 football players. You know, pretty low percentage of injuries, and I think that our summer and what we do in the fall time really played a huge part in that and keeping our players healthy. Up until this week, the first 2 weeks, we were kind of in a RFD phase, so rate of force development. You know, we're trying to move weight really fast with a lot of force. You know, how explosive can we be? A little bit higher of reps, lower of weight, just get the weight going, kind of get those 2 weeks off after spring ball out of them. And then now we're reaching the point where we're pushing around a little bit more weight, our reps are a little bit lower, we're maximum effort here. Within that, you know, we crank it up in here, it kind of levels out outside. You know, we're not really pushing them as hard as far as building upon outside. It's kind of leveling off, and we're seeing how good we can get with what we're doing. We do things in a mixture of old school and new school. You know, we're gonna get faster, we're gonna sprint constantly, in season, out of season, and I think part of our conditioning in season is we go with the no squatting in season. Now we will do everything else. We'll deadlift, we'll clean, we'll belt squat, we will, you know, do everything in between, hip thrust, but that's part of our conditioning. We sprint twice a week during the season, maximum effort sprints. Coach Prescott, you know, I really rely on him a lot out here because I trust him and Coach White, to do everything out here, do it the right way. You know, they have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to conditioning, and without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at with the strength part of it. You know, we throw ideas off each other. Okay, we're doing this week in the weight room, this week outside. It works out well for us, you know, the past few years. I thought we were just as fast week 13 last year as we were in the scrimmage against Woodlawn. You know, my personal philosophy is more of a unconventional one, I guess you would say. I call myself an unconventional weight room guy because I'm gonna pull stuff from all different facets. I think I lean a little bit more towards the powerlifting side with the Olympics in it. You know, we're kind of a, what you call a conjugate system, where we're constantly changing our workouts to get the same goal. We're gonna be hard-nosing here no matter what sport. You know, you're not gonna be good on the field or the court or the diamond without being good in the weight room. And you know, my philosophy is just be hard-nosed. I'm real loud in here. You know, I kind of flip that switch. When I'm in here, it's go time. Like, it's nonstop energy, nonstop being loud, you know, almost annoying at times, I think you'd say, but, you know, just nonstop. And the kids have kind of bought into that, and a lot of them are just nonstop. Let's be loud, let's be aggressive, let's, you know, bring everything full force every day. Right now, the biggest technology, you know, we have a few TVs in the weight room where we can display our workouts on rather than, you know, writing them up there every day on the grease board and having to erase it for each workout and all that. You know, I use Google Slides for each different team I work with. And that's a big thing. You know, we have 2 different TVs, so if we have 2 different teams in the weight room at that time, we can split them up. Other than that, you know, I was able to create a KPI dashboard, key performance indicator dashboard. Basically what I'm able to do is I'm able to take each athlete and track them for their whole career, you know, from where they begin to where they end. What percentile are they in on the team? What percentile are they in their position group? If I go to print, I can take this sheet and automatically print it out and give it to like a recruiter that comes in and hand them the sheet, like this is how much better this kid's gotten in a year's time, this is how much better we think he's going to get. It's kind of the analytics of, you know, should this guy be on the field, should he not, how hard is he working, is he doing every rep, is he, you know, paying attention to the workout, is he putting in the work he needs to put in. So little things like that, and you know, the kids love it. I can bring them in here and show them like, hey man, your bench went up this much in this amount of time, or your clean went up this much, or your vertical, or whatever it is. So we love it, you know. Again, not my idea. Take a kid like Deshaun McBride, for example. Deshaun, last summer, his clean was 245 pounds. This springtime in our off-season workouts, he got his clean up to 295. As far as advancements that, you know, we're just trying to teach our kids how to eat a little bit healthier. You know, you take a 7-on-7 day like today, some of those kids are up here from 6 o'clock in the morning until they just left around 1 o'clock. You know, so we're trying our best to teach them, hey, we're not gonna eat a bag of Skittles. Here's a peanut butter and jelly and a pack of cheese crackers. It's a little bit healthier for you. You know, and through that, we're started a food pantry, an athlete food pantry for every athlete on campus. You know, we ask for donations of anything, whether it's bread, peanut butter and jelly, crackers, protein bars. You know, we provide that to every athlete. It doesn't matter. We are able to get our refrigerator donated, a few blenders, things like that, and we're able to get some frozen fruit, a little bit of milk, and we're able to make some smoothies after workouts, things like that. So, you know, we're just trying to provide them a platform that they can be healthier as they go on past us. So, you know, the reality of it is high school athletes, 98% of them aren't going on to the next level. You know, it's the reality of life when you do play sports. So just giving them a little bit of knowledge, you know, there's always a rhyme and a reason to what we do in here. I try my best to explain to them, this is why we're doing this is why we're doing that. So that way they can take that, whether it's, you know, they're a normal student, they don't go to college, they're just a, you know, anytime fitness goer or spectrum goer or anything like that, they can kind of take a little bit of that and keep themselves healthy throughout life. Because a lot of our football players play other sports. They play baseball, they play basketball, or they run track and field, they do powerlifting. So I'm trying to build an athlete. You
know, we got to speak that same language. We got to be on the same page. You know, we're all wanting to build the best programs and ultimately make Denham Springs bigger and better than it's ever been. And to do that, we got to be on that same page together. And I think that gap, that bridge that you put over that gap with a strength and conditioning coordinator like Joe, who's Denham Springs himself, who loves Denham, who speaks the same kind of edgy, rowdy language that I do, because you know, we got to be tough. We got to get that edge back. I think all sports are going to benefit. I think all coaches are going to benefit. And when you have that guy, you have the chance to work on yourself as well as a head coach. So we're all going to be better.
I see it as this: the weight room's a you versus you battle, and once you conquer that battle, then it's you versus everyone else. You know, you're competing within yourself, and you find that desire to compete within yourself, and then you can take it out and compete with everyone else. So I want competitors. I want kids that are hard-nosed. We're going to build confidence in here. We're going to be the best. You know, are we always going to be the strongest? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But we're going to work hard, and we're going to leave every bit of what we have in here before we move on to the next thing. Everything being built, new weight room would be awesome. You know, you see in here right now, you know, we have 16 racks. There's times where I have, I think our biggest group right now is 65 kids. You know, throughout my day, right now, there's 334 kids that I work with, just as we cycle throughout from when I get here at 5:15 in the morning till I leave at 1 o'clock, about 334 kids. So, you know, new weight room would be great, but you know, I'm kind of partial to this one because this is the weight room this was built my senior year of high school. So this is, a lot of this stuff is still some of the same stuff. You know, as far as athletic program as a whole, again, I want to turn this into a powerhouse. You know, we're one of the biggest schools in the state. We should act like it with our athletics. How we carry ourselves. You know, a lot of that confidence building starts in here. You know, with the chip on our shoulder all the time, no matter what we have. Because we're getting near the time where kids don't remember what it was like before. You know, and the weight room is kind of the last little bit of the older Denham Springs, with not the new stadium, not the new turf, not the new baseball and softball on campus. So, you know, when that day comes that we have all new stuff, we still got to remember where we came from. But seeing it turn into the powerhouse that it deserves and needs to be is kind of my goal. And, you know, as long as they'll have me, I'll be here because this is my dream. You know, I wake up every day. I live out my dream every day, coaching here and being the strength coach of the school.
Hey, way to come in and dominate the workout today, guys.